Welcome to this week's Smart Tips and Tricks. Today we cook venison, and what a treat we have for you today. Look at that, baby. You're gonna love it. What a great treat we have tonight. We got venison, a piece of venison loin, and I've got Cuco here. We're gonna coat it with not just coffee, but cappuccino coffee, and I'm gonna let Cuco tell you what the difference is. Cuco.
Yeah, so we have espresso coffee. It's a little stronger flavor. It's gonna give a little richness to our meat. A lot of people, they don't like to, or maybe they don't know how to use the coffee, but you'll find out the final product. It's
the flavor.
The flavor, yeah, it's like a roasty flavor. But we're gonna serve this with polenta.
And explain what polenta is, because a lot of people serve a piece of loin with potatoes, carrots. Why is polenta such a rich
we're gonna do
accompaniment?
Soft polenta. It's basically like a cornmeal. We're gonna cook it with chicken broth. We're gonna add thyme, herbs. We're gonna add Parmesan cheese, and we also gonna add butter to it. A lot of people, they don't like to use or eat polenta because I think they cook it in the wrong way. Some people, they use just water, salt and pepper. Other people use milk, salt and pepper. So what we're doing here is we're doing chicken broth.
And you're bringing that to a boil, so we're ready to go with that.
Correct. But we're gonna start with the polenta first. So it's about 2 cups of chicken broth. We're gonna use like 2 sticks of butter and then some Parmesan cheese. We're gonna add the butter to it, just because the temperature is gonna melt down and it's gonna give a lot of flavor to it. Same thing with Parmesan cheese. So we're gonna melt down the butter first with our chicken broth for a few minutes. Then we're gonna add thyme to it. And once it's melt down, we're gonna add the polenta.
Which is just basically cornmeal.
It's just cornmeal.
Another easy dish to cook at home if you didn't know how to cook it.
So now we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese.
And you see how that thickens up?
Super fast.
Super fast. And you put that Parmesan cheese in. Can you imagine the taste that you're gonna get out of that polenta? With the spice that you put in, a little bit more butter possibly, maybe not.
And as you can
But
see,
look at the texture and how smooth it is.
so now we can do our venison. So we're gonna add salt first to the venison.
Not super liberal, but just enough.
Just enough. In this case, we're gonna use medium heat because what we're looking for is just to sear without burning the coffee. So,
And that's the key. You don't want to. You're going to dip it in the cappuccino coffee.
Correct.
Stronger flavor, but you don't want to burn it because then it'll have a very bitter taste.
correct.
So just sear it enough. Now look how beautiful that looks.
So
Then you'll sear this with a little olive oil,
a little bit of olive oil.
and then we'll throw it in the oven. I'm assuming for a very short period of time,
Yes.
because tenderloins cook very quickly. This looks fantastic now. Wait till you get the recipe down below. It's going to be outstanding. So it's a very similar process when you're cooking elk or you're cooking any other kind of meat. You want to sear the meat to keep the natural juices in
Yeah.
and not dry them out.
The only difference is with the elk, we use high heat. With the medallions, because it's coffee, we want to use like a medium. So right now, let's sear from the other side. As you can see,
It's got a nice little
It's
char on it, but not
char,
overdone.
but
Not
it's not
overdone.
burning.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put this in the oven for around probably like 10 minutes, and they're gonna be really ready to serve. So I'm gonna put this in here.
So you just plated it, put it in the oven at what temperature?
The oven is 350. Keep it rolling.
All right, so here you're gonna make you're gonna finish it off with a little spinach
Correct.
that you've pre-cooked.
Right. It's
Blanched
blanched it, squished, and
took the water out of it.
right. So we're gonna start with some olive oil.
Again, garlic to bring
Garlic.
the flavor out, sweetness, and you're gonna brown that, I'm assuming.
Right.
Again, another easy dish to cook at home for all you hunters, especially all you deer hunters that think you have to do it a certain way. What a dish this is gonna be.
So as you can see, the garlic is ready. So,
Because you don't wanna overcook the garlic.
right. I don't want to overcook it.
And listen to that sizzle when the smoke comes, it's just, what a delicious smell. I can't wait to try this.
So we're gonna add salt.
All right, we're ready to pull out those tenderloins. Pull them out, Kuko.
All right, let's pull them out.
Oh boy, those look good. They look really good.
So now we're gonna plate for dish.
So that's the base. You put it over the plate.
Correct.
Then where do you put your spinach and
Right on
garlic?
top.
Right on top of it.
So we're gonna use a little bit of spinach right here.
And then you'll slice the medallions.
We're gonna slice the medallions in half.
Oh my goodness. Boy, does this look good.
That's
For you people at home, you don't know what you're missing here. I'm telling you that. Look at that presentation. Medium rare. People like it a little longer, you can cook it a little longer, but look at the presentation.
so you got that.
What a picture of perfection. Now, here's the topper that everybody should use and very easy to make.
We're gonna use just a little bit of demi-glaze.
And what does the demi-glaze do? It gives it what?
Flavor to it.
Flavor.
Like a sweetness, like a kind of like a wine tomato flavors.
What a perfect dish. Great venison loin recipe right here. Check that link below. You're gonna love it.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this recipe and learned as much as I did. Make sure you like, subscribe, and remember, the full recipe is in the link below.